Alright, welcome back, Mr. J family. It is me, Miss J, with Miss J Show. And, I got sent some links to, some Gearmasters interviews with, the Warning, so shout out to the Warning Army. You have been warned. We're gonna start out with Paulina. But yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, put on bell notifications. Let's get it.
Hi, I'm Paulina. I am the drummer from The Warning, and right now we're in the North American leg of our Error World Tour. It's the second leg we're doing here in the US, and we're very excited. We just released a new song that is called More, and this is like one of the first times that we've been playing it throughout this tour, so it's been really cool. I've actually had to modify my kit.
Before you get to her kit, how long ago was this? Okay, not that long. 8 months. Alright.
To play that new song. So I'm gonna walk you through it. This is a DW performance series, and she's called Bonbon, which is marshmallow in Spanish. I got it during the pandemic, and I was gonna use it for the first time, and then pandemic happened. So it still feels very new to me. This is a 10-inch tom. This is a 12, and that usually I go for a 14 here, but right now for live, I'm using a 16, and this is an 18, so I just can get like that deep sound. I use the toms a lot, like for main rhythm.
Yeah, Pal loves those floor toms, so yeah, that 16's good.
Parts, so I really wanted to get like that depth in there. My bass drum actually is a little bit shorter in depth. This is 2214 bass drum. My snare is a hand-hammered Black Beauty. As you can see, she's a beauty. I really like the snare. I've been using it for kind of a short time. It was actually a gift, so I'm very happy with it. It has a very deep sound. It sounds gritty. It depends on obviously how you tune it, but my drum tech Carlos always gets just such a beautiful hard-hitting sound out of it. I use clear pinstripe Remo heads, again 10, 12, 16, 18 on the snare. I use the controlled sound coated one from Remo. So the tuning, especially in the toms, usually varies. These are usually tighter so I can get a good bounce from it. It sounds higher, but these ones are usually kind of tricky sometimes because I like them very loose. I like them deep sounding.
Right.
But sometimes we get a lot of resonance. But Carlos, my drum tech, has this very cool trick. I don't know if you can see inside the drum, there are cotton pads. We use those to remove our makeup after the shows, and Carlos one day he just put them there, and it really dampens the sound, but it doesn't mute it completely, so that's great. So I can get them a little bit loose without it being a complete mess for our sound engineer. So I am a Sabian artist, and I use HHX all over my drum kit. This is an 18 HHX, this is a 16, this is also 18, the Ozone Evolution, and a 20 China. This is a 14. I use this.
Man, that Sabian China is sick.
A 20 China. This is a 14. I use this on very few songs, but it does make a huge difference because I keep this a little bit more close than I do this one.
Right.
So every time I just want to
so
ride over here when I'm doing.
What she's saying is open hi-hat, closed hi-hat, toot.
Double bass pedal things. I use this one. This is a little splash. I love it. I don't use it as much as I would like to, but hopefully in newer songs I can incorporate it more. My ride, it's a Raw Bell dry ride, 21, and she's a beauty. This is my absolute favorite cymbal ever. I've been using it for years, I think for 6 years now, and it has such a cool sound. I crash a lot all the time, but I used to have just a normal, another HHX over here,
right,
but this, it just sounds so much darker, so it really cuts through the brightness of these HHX ones. I just incorporated this cowbell, this LP cowbell to my drum kit because our new single More has a part with cowbell. And it's really fun using it. I haven't used a cowbell in like years. And it has like its little tricks because sometimes it just like really falls. But it sounds so cool. And it's just really fun to just like drive in that. I love it. I am a big Firth artist. I use 5B barrel tip. I just changed drumsticks actually. I used to use 5A, but I'm a very hard hitter and I wanted to stop, like it just felt really light in my hands. So I got this heavier set and I've been using it this whole year and it has made such a good difference. I don't have to use as like much strength to get like a very hard, deep sound out of them. This DW rack that I have.
So she's learning young how like drummers like Eloy Casagrande and yep. Because if you look at even current Eloy Casagrande, like he bangs.
It's actually been like very modified by my dad. My dad like loves hardware and it used to be like a little bit too large.
And I don't want to be rude, but like I think Eloy Casagrande is like what? I don't know. He's old.
For me, so
like he's currently the drummer for Slipknot, but he was from Sepultura. And I was listening to Sepultura when I was a kid. And so yeah, whatever. Anyways.
he like grabbed like a saw and just started cutting everything to my size. And everything is just like so meticulously measured and marked. So like every time that we're touring, like my drum tech and everyone in production can just set everything up really quickly. So it's very efficient. Every time we open for a band or something, we can get everything done in a very short amount of time, so we're not bothering anybody. And it's great. And it's also very comforting to arrive to each show knowing that the measurement of everything is gonna be exactly the same each show. So you don't get like wonky drum sets sometimes. It's all measured precisely. The pedal that I'm using is a Machine DW pedal. I used to use a direct drive from DW, but after they released the chain one, I prefer this one so much more. And it takes a while getting used to it, but once you get the hang of it, it's so easy to control. And again, I'm a very hard hitter, so it just comes back to me in such a easy way for me to like not hurt myself while I'm playing. And I just really love it. I've been using it for a while.
What she's talking about is the bass drum going forward, and then if you like release it with not enough pressure, it comes back and smacks you on the top of your foot. Like it's, yeah, that's awful.
In my hi-hat, I'm using 9000 DW. I'm a DW girl. And for my MIDI pedals, I'm using some Roland MIDI pedals. They're very heavy, which is great. So basically, I launch all of our like stems and click through Ableton. And I used to have to do it with like manually, but it kind of looked really like clunky. Like after every single song, I would have to go and like enter. So with these MIDI pedals, I can launch the whole.
Because Ableton is very bare bones. You really have to know how to use Ableton to use different MIDI effects.
Whole show without anybody noticing. And I used to have like, I've been through so many MIDI pedals and MIDI pads, but these are so great because they're really heavy. So like, they're not gonna be set off by like the slightest movement.
Right.
They're like, it takes a good hit for it to change the.
Right. So like, if she was to accidentally hit the MIDI when she was trying to close the hi-hat, then it won't change. So that's good. Yeah.
The scene. So they're fantastic. I have a start pedal and a stop pedal just in case something goes wrong. We're all human, so sometimes we need to stop the click tracks. It's just so efficient for everybody to have these systems, and it's fantastic. The drum throne that I use is the DW Airlift 9000. It's great. I use it in the lowest setting because I'm really short, but it's really comfortable. I love it. For in-ears, I use in-ears audio. They are fantastic. Usually we grow them out really quickly, but these have just like really lasted. And usually the problems that we have with in-ears is like the cables at one point, like they just don't plug in correctly and you don't hear stuff. But these ones have lasted wonderfully. What I hear the most in my mix is the bass, because me and my sister are just like really connected when we're playing. So having that, like those bass ends, just like really makes a big difference. For my kick block, I have a kick block because I hit it very hard, and usually it'll goes so far. Sometimes, like when we didn't have a kick block, sometimes Carlos, my drum tech, would just have to be like there in front of the drum, just like for it to not move. So that is a lifesaver, and I love it. So that was my gear run through. Once again, we are The Warning. Our webpage is called thewarningband.com. We are The Warning Band on all social media, so go check us out. Thank you for watching.
Go check out The Warning Army. You have been warned. All right. Wait, let me see. Okay, shout out to The Warning Army. You've been warned. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out to The Warning Army. Peace.